The International Monetary Fund, or IMF, claims that Africa has the second largest growing economy in the world. The continent is also the fastest urbanization region globally, presenting many economic opportunities. As a result, China plays a significant role in the continent's growth and urbanization push, providing funds for numerous infrastructure projects across Africa. Over 10,000 Chinese-owned companies in Africa making investments in rail, road, concrete, and electricity projects, among other things. Welcome to the Afro page. Before we dive into this interesting discussion, let me remind you something. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any newly uploaded videos. And hang on till the end of this video so you don't miss out on any interesting parts. Now let's move on. Let's examine the 10 largest projects China has been working on in Africa. Number 1. Tazara Railway Project in Tanzania. China's first and largest building project in Africa is the Tazara Way Project, also known as the Tanzam Railway, Freedom Railway, or Uhuru Railway, located in Tanzania. The railway is the longest in sub-Sahara Africa and marks China as a major symbol of economic development in Africa. The Tazara Railway Project in Tanzania has a length of 1,860 kilometers. It links the seaport Dar es Salaam in Tanzania with the landlocked country Zambia. Also, the railway uses a 1,067mm track gauge. The governments of Tanzania and Zambia jointly own the 50-50 shares in the Tazara Railway Project, which is a binational railway. However, it is important to note the participation of the governments of Tanzania, Zambia, and China, who signed a deal in Beijing, China, to commence the rail construction on the 5th of September 1967. Number 2. Kalamba New City Project, Angola. Kalamba New City was constructed by the China International Trust and Investment Corporation as part of the post-war construction process in Angola during the Social Housing and Urbanization Project. Kalamba New City, sometimes referred to as the Ghost Town by numerous others, is a $3.5 billion project that aims to create a modern satellite town remote from Luanda, Angola. The 12,355-acre Kalamba New City project has 758-story residential buildings, schools, and retail outlets to serve 500,000 residents. The project has improved people's lives by enabling them to become homeowners in a modern environment. Number 3. Kenya Standard Gauge Railway. Kenya Standard Gauge Railway, popularly called the Mombasa-Nairobi Standard Gauge Railway, is a heavy rail operated by the Kenya Railways Corporation. China Road and Bridge Corporation is the Kenya Standard Gauge Railways contractor. With a $3.6 billion value, the railway is one of Kenya's most expensive infrastructures. The new Kenya Standard Gauge Railways development started in 2013, with the major work starting in 2014 and scheduled to begin operating in 2017. The 480-kilometer railway connects Mombasa and Nairobi in Kenya and is used for both freight and passenger transportation. In addition, a $1.5 billion project extension covering Nairobi to Naivasha began in October 2019, bringing the project's total length to 578.8 kilometers. Number 4. Addis Ababa Djibouti SGR. The Indian Ocean is almost Chinese property, as China has been showing its light to East Africa in terms of infrastructure. Rebuilding the old Addis Ababa Djibouti standard gauge railway line is one of China's largest projects in Africa. China funded and constructed the $4 billion Addis Ababa Djibouti standard gauge railway, spanning 756 kilometers. The distance from Addis Ababa to the Djibouti seaport on the Red Sea is 2,355 meters. The railway connects the port of Douala in Djibouti with Addis Ababa in Ethiopia for the transportation of people and cargo. The Addis Ababa Djibouti Standard Gauge Railway was built starting in 2011 and completed in 2016. It was officially opened on January 1, 2018. Number 5. Kakulo Kabaka Hydropower Project. Kakulo Kabaka Hydropower is an ongoing power project in Angola and a signed contract between the country's government and the Chinese government. The Chinese government made the decision to give help after realizing the difficulties the nation was facing in terms of power generation. In August 2017, there was an announcement about the Kakilo-Kabaka hydropower project in Angola to be handled by the Gazuba Group of China. The $4.5 billion project is anticipated to be finished by 2024 and will supply 2,172 megawatts of energy, while also meeting the electricity needs of the people by 50%. Also, the Kakilo-Kabaka hydropower project was built at the Kwanza River in Angola, providing about 10,000 jobs to the locals. The project will improve relations between China and Angola. Angola is currently China's second biggest trading partner in Africa and its main import source. Number 6. Mambila Hydropower Project, Nigeria. The Mambila Hydropower Project in Nigeria is a hydroelectric facility of 3.5 gigawatts along the Dongo River close to Kakara village of Taraba State, Nigeria. The federal government of Nigeria contributes 15% of the project's funding, while the Chinese Export-Import Bank provides 85%. However, the project is managed by Nigeria's Federal Ministry of Power, Construction, and Housing. The power plant is expected to produce around 4.7 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity annually after it is completed and put into operation in 2030 at a cost of $5.8 billion. The Mambila hydropower project in Nigeria will include 4 dams, 2 underground powerhouses, and 12 turbine generator units. The plant's head race canal will measure 15 meters in width and 3.1 kilometers in length, while the tail race canal will measure 25 meters in width and 3 kilometers in length. Number 7. Tebessa Phosphate Plant, Algeria. Algeria is building the $6 billion Tebessa Phosphate Plant in partnership with China. In contrast, Sonatrach, Algeria owns a 51% stake in the project, while China owns 49%. After many discussions and arrangements, on the 26th of November 2018, China and Algeria signed a document of the corporation to construct the Tebessa Phosphate Plant project in Algeria. And Algeria planned to finish the project by 2022. Algeria also hopes to increase its natural gas and phosphate reserves, as it expects to become the world's third largest fertilizer exporter. However, already the project is providing over 14,600 local jobs. Number 8. Nigeria Standard Gauge Railway. The Nigeria Standard Gauge Railway, which is intended to run from Lagos to Kano, is currently operating in certain parts and still under construction in others. With permission from the federal government of Nigeria in 2006, its contractor is the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation. The project, which would cover 2,733 kilometers, cost $11.3 billion USD. The Nigeria Standard Gauge Railway project segments include Abuja to Kaduna, Lagos to Ibadan, Kaduna to Kano, Ibadan to Osogbo Ilorin, Minna to Abuja Osogbo to Ado Ekiti, and Ireland to Minna. The Abuja to Kaduna Standard Gauge Railway segment of the project, covering 187 kilometers, opened officially on the 26th of July, 2016. Additionally, while work is still underway in other areas, the 156-kilometer Lagos to Ibadan Standard Gauge Railway, which began construction in March 2017, began operating on June 10, 2021. Number 9. Suez Canal Special Economic Zone, Egypt. One of China's largest projects in Africa is the Suez Canal Economic Zone in Egypt. The project is a major step forward for the economies of the nation and continent because it is the shortest marine route from Europe to Asia. The Suez Canal Economic Zone comprises 4 industrial zones and 6 ports. Approximately 18,000 ships, which make up 10% of global trade, travel through this area. The zone has many ports and terminals with plans to build the Sokhna and East Port Said cargo terminals. Presently, there is an upgrade across the Al Arish, Adabia, Al Tor, and West Port Said port. Number 10. Egypt New Capital City. Mostly funded by China, the $45 billion Egypt New Capital City project is being built in the eastern desert of Cairo. It is referred to as the new administrative capital. The approximate size of Egypt's new capital is 45 kilometers, which is the same as Singapore. Beginning in 2016, The project is scheduled to open in December 2021. The need for the construction of the new administrative capital of Egypt is to serve the doubling population of the area by 2050. One of China's contributions to the project is the famous 20-tower skyscraper in the Central Business District, which was constructed by the China State Construction Engineering Corps. That brings us to the end of the video. Thank you for being to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell us what you think about this video below in the comment section. Let's meet again with another interesting video.